engine. He's got a tachometer to deal with, and you can see that that's off on the left as he's turning left going through the corners. He's got an option to look at it and not be overly distracted. There's a oil pressure gauge and of course the oil pressure death light. In other words, if this light comes on, you know that you've got no oil pressure. Another thing Arnie has to deal with is the jet pack, or what racers commonly call dial-a-prayer. He can actually turn this and change the jetting and the amount of fuel that goes back to the fuel tank and dial in more horsepower. Now, as far as this red button, I haven't got the foggiest idea what this thing's for, but maybe it's a secret weapon that Arnie Bray's going to use tonight.
Well, let's just hope it's not a knob to change the channel. Let's put it that way.
Some big shooters in this one. Andy McElrath heads to the field. He'll start well back. But here's a look at row one.
For number 2, there's the mechanic with the Toronto Transit Commission, Jim Munsie, in row number 2, and he's driving for Can-Am Midget Club President Harry Macy.
I think we'll see some pretty good times. Andy McElrath, the points leader, right there outside row number 4. He has 671 points after 5 events. And a good lead over Mark Zammit in second place overall in the points so far this year.
RPMs come up, and these engines are screaming under the green flag to turn them loose on heat number 4 at Peterborough Speedway. The Dayco Challenge for the Castrol Can-Am Midgets. 90 is McIntosh. The 9 is Jim Munsie, and they are on the move, and Munsie in the 9 will take over.
We'll get a watch on Muncie. He could be very quick now here in this, the 4th heat race. So already a lot of tire rubber down on the track, making this thing stickier. We'll get a watch on him now as he heads across the stripe. Second place, the 74 car. And they're really starting to spread out here, Eric, on this short 1/3 mile. Here he is down to the stripe, and a 12:99 at 91.6 miles an hour. That's the second fastest time we've had so far.
This is a quick little automobile. Pat Abold of Super Modified fame drove this thing indoors. Jim is a pretty well-rounded racer. He dabbles with dirt bikes and likes to scuba dive to relax. He's a very diversified fellow. Well, way out in front, pulling away here too.
Started third and now sits out front. Here's Andy McElrath. He's turning it on a little bit here, putting some pressure on the 74. Battle for position across the stripe, and looks like they've slowed a bit. A caution flag as the 61.
Mike Wetherill out of Unionville, Ontario, the Formula One snowmobile racer in the NTN Bearings machine, just